Welcome to Earth Roots Healing. Much love to you and yours. Let's show you an update for those of you that saw the beginning, and I don't know, something interesting for those of you who didn't. But this is a little bit of an update on our first garden. When we moved in here, what was that, 3 months ago? This was the first ground we broke. All we had was like a square nose shovel and a pick. And we were out here, pulling all these vines and breaking this ground and planting a variety of seeds just to kind of see what would grow and what would happen. Some seeds we grabbed at the local store for cheap, right? Vegetable type things. So I think everything grew, but the mistake we made was we were so busy planting other things and getting used to life here and adapting and taking care of a lot of stuff. The weeds overgrew this garden really bad, and it choked out a lot of the things that were growing to where most of it didn't survive, but some of it did. So today we'll show you the things that survived and go over our plans a little bit on that. Right here, we planted oregano. I think that's an oregano herb right there. Wouldn't you say so, honey?
Kind of looks like it. We'll look into it and see, but
Yeah.
I left it because it looked like it was.
Yeah, maybe. Here we did watermelons, this whole section. And how many are alive now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe?
5. You see some flowers on them, the little yellow flowers there?
Now that they're getting more sun and lots of rain and they're out in the open, they'll grow faster. But we're building a compost, kind of a rot heap over there in the yard, where down the line we'll take the seeds from these watermelons, start putting them in that, and they'll just grow like crazy and take over the yard. They'll expand out with their vines, starting in that loose, rich soil, let their roots go deep fast, and they're going to expand like crazy. So that's one of the things we will be selling right off of our property, the side of the road there. There's awesome watermelons. Right here, we have a tomato plant, the only one that survived that long without a good weeding. So I rigged up a lattice. I know it's not cute, but it doesn't matter. It's just out of what we have right now. The zombie apocalypse is going on, so we can't go out and get different stuff really. So I'm just building out of whatever junk we have on the property, and it doesn't matter as long as it works. So that is our tomato plant. Smells good like tomatoes. And from that we'll take seeds obviously and we'll expand further. If this one plant was tough enough to make it under very unideal conditions, not cared for enough, it has good genetics. So the seeds will work well here, and we're getting better at taking care of each thing as we go. This aisle is cucumbers, and there's what, 3 of them alive or something?
2.
2? We had to pluck, I accidentally plucked a few weeding it the other day. So there's like 2 more. They were looking pretty anemic because they never got any sun. They were completely submerged under vines. They didn't see the light at all anymore. So now they will. So they'll start perking up. This is which herb now?
Cilantro.
Cilantro, yeah. Love it. Tastes great. I tasted it the other day. So this rose kind of cilantro. So we'll expand from what we've got. What we do, I think that jumps us straight over to the green beans. Now we are doing pretty well there. We have maybe 20 or so green bean plants that are alive. Gave them all sticks to climb or lean or to time to as they get bigger and heavier. And then we put some of the seeds, Natalie took some of the seeds from one of them, from one of the pods. We planted them back here in some open space because they're very viable. They look even better than the seeds I originally planted. So we expect to see those popping up over there. And this time we're going to keep the weeds out of the way so they get their full dose of sunlight and grow a lot faster. But we've actually had a few large bags of green beans already that taste super awesome just off these little tiny plants we have. They're not even really mature yet, and they're producing awesome green beans. So that's pretty exciting because we all love green beans around here. Raw, cooked, any which way you can think of. I could eat green beans every day personally. So that's our basic little starter garden. Now we have many other gardens and things we are expanding into from there, but just to keep it in this section. And then we'll show you the one more thing we added recently, maybe 2 days ago.
Well, before we go there, we did plant some carrots here
Oh,
too.
we got carrots, yeah. A few carrots left. So we'll let them mature to where they seed, and then we'll start spreading from those and getting more carrots here.
Yeah.
We just have to keep it weeded. We almost couldn't find those
Should be
in all the
another
weeds
one.
we had to pull out. We had to go super
Oh,
slow.
here's the other.
so we didn't accidentally
There's
tear out the
other one.
carrots. 1, 2, and I remember finding at least the third one somewhere out there.
Okay.
So now they'll mature more, they'll be easier to spot. And we're starting to put sticks
Tomato.
for markers around all our live plants. So if the weeds go crazy, because sometimes a few days of rain and it's amazing around here how much the weeds and vines grow. So we're putting stick markers where all our good plants are. So we don't lose track of them and accidentally pull them out weeding. You know, that's another challenge because it really gets thick like a jungle, even in your little garden. So here we built a little box out of breadfruit branches.
Bogey built this. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's not bad for just using, you know, branches you trim off from a different project we're working on. And then we added soft dirt in that's well draining so the onions hopefully don't drown in too much water. And Natalie learned a way about kind of like, what do you call it? Not grafting, but just taking parts of the onion plant. Yeah, cloning, I guess.
Yeah, I just cut off the bottom of an onion. It has the roots on it, and I put it in a little bit of water to grow more new roots, and then I planted it in the ground to see if it'll, I guess work there and grow into a full-blown onion.
It should be a better way than going by seeds. Hey, look who's following us around. What's up, Merelda? She's my constant assistant. She keeps me company no matter what I'm working on out here. It's hilarious. She's adorable. So anyway, that's the basics of our original garden. Now thanks to the support of, our family and friends and subscribers, we now have better tools to work with.
Yes.
Gardening is getting much easier.
It is.
We learn new tricks. We learn from our mistakes, and I consider all this a success, even though we only have like one of a couple of the things we planted. It's still a success because we can seed from that and grow from that. But our technique just gets better each time, and now we have much better tools to work with for busting the ground and weeding and all the different things you have to do around here. And we're just getting in a better coordinated assault on how you handle all that, how you keep all the weeds, vines, giant grass things. We're gonna have goats down the line for the grass, but that's a whole different video coming later this year. So anyway, we're getting better at all this, more and more self-sufficient. The land is giving us more and more in return. In the end, we only do 1% of the work and Mother Nature does the other 99. It's just important for us to do that 1%.
Which is tough.
Yeah, it can be. You got heat stroke and your head's pounding. You sweated 2 gallons and you're passing out and you don't know why things don't make sense anymore.
I lost like 10 pounds yesterday.
Yeah, it's something else. But I enjoy it and we love it. And the earth is loving us back, so it's a beautiful thing.
Thankful.
So that's all for now. Much love from Earth Roots Healing. Please send your comments, feedback. Strike up a conversation if you want to.
Pointers, tips, whatever
Pointers, tips.
You want to share with us. We're open.
Criticisms. Much love, everybody. Over and out for now.
Thank you.